Hi guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Allie. I run the popular WordPress blog Indie Music with Alessandra, and today we're going to be covering Spotify Wrapped for 2019. Spotify Wrapped is basically the metadata of music. It takes all of your data from the past year and even the past decade and compiles it all into one Instagram story looking thing. So as you may know, Spotify Wrapped 2019 came out December 3rd. Every year we all look forward to seeing how our music taste really hasn't changed that much, and we also love looking at the music that our friends have listened to throughout the year. So this Spotify Wrapped is special because, as you all know, 2019 is the last year in the decade and 2020 will be here very soon. Even though the decade is coming to a close, I'm sure that my music taste won't change that much. So, as you all may know, if you read my blog, I really love listening to indie music. Today, I'm going to be taking you through my Spotify Wrapped for 2019 and my Spotify Wrapped for the decade. Now let's get into the video. So right now, I'm opening up my phone and I'm going into my Spotify app. And basically, what I'm going to do is go to the home page. You're going to go into search, and then you're going to look up Wrapped. So here it is. So basically, this page has all of your past Spotify Wrapped playlists. So here, as you can see, we have 2019, 2018, my top songs from 2017, 2016, and then best of the decade for me. Since personally I've had my Spotify since 2015, so I was a sophomore in high school, now I'm a sophomore in college, so I've had a few Spotify Wrapped playlists in my lifetime. And since this one is special because it's the end of a decade, they have all of these playlists that are decade specific. Let's get into my actual Spotify Wrapped. So, they break it down by season. So here it says, in 2019, your sound changed with the seasons. So, One Lucky Artist was my number one. And obviously, we can tell that that artist is Vampire Weekend, who just so happened to be my favorite band. I spent 44 hours listening to them this 2019. So, if anyone should get the number one Vampire Weekend fan award, it should be me. So my top artists of the year were all indie artists. Of course, staying on brand. My number one was Vampire Weekend. My number two was Sufjan Stevens. My third was Gus Dapperton, who I actually recently just saw in concert. Four is Lizzo. I don't know how she is indie, but apparently she is. And my fifth artist is Bulow. They give you this page that tells you where all of your music came from. So I've listened to artists from 29 countries. I have Tame Impala from Australia, Arctic Monkeys from the United Kingdom, Red Velvet from South Korea, which isn't an indie band. I personally like Spotify Wrapped because it just shows how my music taste has personally changed over the years. And I know that since my freshman year of high school, indie music has been my favorite genre to listen to, but even just getting to see how my taste within that genre has evolved into something different over like the past 5 years is really interesting to see, and I like that a lot. So my Spotify Wrapped is telling me that I was genre fluid, which means I refuse to let one sound define me. I kind of disagree with that because later on in the Spotify Wrapped, it'll tell you what your top songs are, and it's kind of scary because they're all by the same people. So I don't really agree with this, but it's okay. My biggest bar on the bar graph is indie pop. Are we surprised?
No!
One of my smaller ones is indie rock, which also, are we surprised? No! So we also have pop and show tunes, which, yes, I like musicals. Love a good show tune from time to time. I highly recommend Beetlejuice if you haven't listened to it. So now we're at the card that says which songs I loved the most. And if we notice through the different album covers that they have here, they're all the same. So we have a lot of Vampire Weekend on this because, as I said before, they're my favorite band. But we also have some other good indie pop hits. And they also put it in a convenient playlist for you so that you can listen to them later. So now that we're nearing the end of our Spotify Wrapped for 2019, they're taking us all the way back in time to the beginning of the 2010s. And it says, since we've been together since 2015, why stop there? The 2010s wouldn't have been the same without you. I feel so appreciated, Spotify. In 2015, I spent 9,898 minutes listening to Spotify. In 2016, I spent 13,329 minutes listening to Spotify. 2017 was the least amount of time I spent listening to Spotify, with 5,152 minutes. I don't quite know what happened in 2017, but I didn't spend that much time listening to Spotify. In 2018, I spent 5,972 minutes listening to Spotify, which is a little more than 2017, but still it's not a lot. Get ready. 2019, I spent 16,361 minutes listening to Spotify.
And the year's not over yet.
No, it's not. So, because they took us all the way back to 2015, my freshman year of high school, they're telling me what my top song was and who my top artist was for that year. So, in 2015, my top song was Naomi by Neutral Milk Hotel, and my top artist was AJJ. Let's just say I don't listen to those bands anymore. I personally like Spotify Wrapped because it just shows how my music taste has personally changed over the years. And I know that since my freshman year of high school, indie music has been my favorite genre to listen to. But even just getting to see how my taste within that genre has evolved into something different over like the past 5 years is really interesting to see, and I like that a lot. Okay guys, that was my Spotify Wrapped for 2019. It was an experience. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to find out your Spotify Wrapped for 2019, you can go to this link. I'll have it in the description. Just go to spotify.com/wrapped. Yeah, so have a great day. I hope you all enjoy your holidays with your families, whatever you celebrate. And I'll see you in 2020. Thank you so much for watching this video and for following my blog. You can follow me on WordPress. I'll have that linked in the description. So thank you so much for watching. This has been Spotify Wrapped. Bye, guys.